Are you a CEO of a large corporation or a large public entity, and you issue statements on a regular basis how you're going to lead our nation and your company down a better path? Can you accept that you don't have a clue? These are merely done to make you feel good, make you look better, to say what is politically acceptable. What if your policies do more harm than good? When you select more government in the voting booth, it certainly makes you feel good, makes you sound good. Why, you're going to address hunger, poverty, crime, drug abuse, poor education results. We should all try to better those areas. Your candidate, your party, has proposed a government program and more spending on each. Greater food stamps, EBT cards, rent control, rent stabilization, new publicly built housing for low to no income people, no cash bail, no prosecution for less than $900 a day in theft, free drug injection equipment, more money for failing public schools, more high-potency marijuana that approaches 90% THC content. Your heart is in the right place. No social ill can be laid at your feet. Why is it that many progressive cities and areas that have these feel-good votes get worse? They have more homeless, more drug abuse, increasingly expensive housing from government-induced housing shortage, inflation through excessive government spending on non-productive activities, and yet everyone expects to be able to buy something even though nothing's been produced for some of this government spending, increased robbery, theft, sexual assault, greater anxiety, depression, suicide ideation, psychosis from high-potency pot and addiction, lower academic performance, declining marriage rates, as the state maintains it can love the citizen and stand there in lieu of a spouse. These feel-good voting and corporate woke policies get us nowhere. They take us backwards. While you sleep well, confident that your heart is in the right place, you forget the importance of expectations. If you don't have expectations of proper conduct of our fellow citizens, there's little effort to meet expectations in work, thrift, education, law-abiding conduct. Remember, there's only three ways into the middle class: a job, running your own business, and saving money. A government check cannot get you into the middle class. A lawsuit cannot get you into the middle class. Remember, marriage is strong among the economically successful and economically secure. The mental, physical, and academic health of children of two-parent families is better bar none. Corporate CEOs adopt marriage for their own lives, but don't think it important enough for the poor. This is a patronizing white progressive attitude. Look where the greatest social ills are concentrated. They're ruled by patronizing white progressives and their allies. Accept that your ostensibly good intentions with feel-good votes and patronizing governance policies don't work. Accept that you don't know what you are doing, nor the damage that your policies inflict. It is not the job center with your name on it that's important. What's important is a strong economy that vacuums up as many citizens into the labor force as possible. It is the removal of compassionate, quote-unquote, governance to encourage the maximum number of citizens into labor force participation versus being sidelined playing video games in the basement or sleeping late in their own bed. They are not participating in the joy of life, which is what your progressive policies push people to. Participation in the economy is the only route to the middle class. You have to be in it to win it. This is a failure of our corporate and political leaders who mounted their personal soapboxes after the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, saying that they would make things better. But accept that you are no better than the people to whom you preach. Accept that you have no more knowledge than the people to whom you preach. Would you consider reining in your condescension? This is question 4 of my book, 100 Questions After the Killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, with policy recommendations. Thank you.